Hello humans and otherwise, I am Addie and welcome back to my blind Let's Play of East 9. I grinded out the Nox, of course, and, well, the spot's over there. There's going to be an extra one, because there always is, I just don't know where that's going to be. But for now, we've got to talk to the doctor/thief. Oh, you brought a new medicinal formula. Medical formula, just for me? Yeah.
Well, hello there, Addie.
There is status ailments. Yeah, just cures everything.
Always such a tease.
You give Serenity the Mandragora root as a present.
Wow.
Mandragora root? Now where did you get your hands on a find like this? This plant's been used as a time-honored ingredient in secret remedies for ages. With this, I could even brew up a love potion and put its drinker under my spell. Or I could just have you bring me as many treasures as you see fit. This was a mistake. Oh, I'm just pulling your leg. Besides, I wouldn't give it back if you begged.
Well.
Still, this Mandragora brings back all sorts of memories for me. I used to use them all the time back in my hometown. Oh, I never told you, did I? I hail from nomadic people from afar, few in number and fewer in funds. Took all we had to eke out a meager living selling herbs and healing rituals. But you might enjoy a life like that, wouldn't you, Mr. Adventurer? As for me, got my fill of destitution, wanted out pronto, so here I am. Thinking back on it, though, the medical arts I learned then have come in handy. No one expects our friendly physician to be a master thief in secret, after all. Does cover my travel expenses, but letting pocket money off of injured Bruce never hurts. Always money with you, huh? Why shouldn't it be? Money runs the world, after all. Or haven't you heard? Yeah, that's a problem. From my perspective, you're the oddball for adventuring with nothing on return. In any case, how long do you think this little root off your hands? So I sell it for a fortune, grew up an add-all enticer. Decisions. Bewitching RX.
Yes.
Ooh, that was fast. Couldn't wait to get your hands in the pie, could you? I ground out some Nox first. That's not exactly it, no. You were just worried what kind of mess you might get into going at this alone. But first off, is it really true? Have you really found the hidden treasure you've been looking for all this time? That's right, take a gander. An old, worn-out wall. Or, wait. It's hollow on the other side, isn't it? There's a black void, so you can't really tell. Must be some sort of secret entrance. Either that, or the developers didn't actually put anything beyond this wall because it's a black void, so it'd be impossible to pass it. You can hear a faint echo coming from deep within. Whatever lies beyond this must lead to a wide underground space of some sort. I had a feeling you'd get me at all. See, I found this spot after going through some old Baldukian maps and literature. I must have even given it a sidelong glance. Plus, it's through the prison's old fortress ruins. Considering the wall was completely sealed off, I have a sneaking feeling. And no guards gonna worry about you being here? Possibly infiltrating the prison or something? No, total confidence this is the place. No doubt about it. Yeah, I'm sure the only part you care about is the actual ruins themselves, isn't it? Guess we don't have so much in common after all. Not that it matters either way. In any case, the way inside seems to be filled with booby traps galore. How do you know that? Can you see past the black void? Just much of a hassle. It's such a hassle for a fragile gal like me to step in all by our lonesome. Catching on yet? All I need is a few nice, strong boys and girls to help me explore these ruins. Naturally, I'll be paying you handsomely, given we actually find the treasure.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to help. I had a feeling you might. Not that you particularly gave us a choice. Adol's probably already tuned the rest of us out after hearing that. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get to smashing this wall down. Hold on. You knew Adol wouldn't be able to say no to this, didn't you? Yeah, can't let our eyes off her for a sec, this one. Oh, you really know just what to say to a girl. Now, without further ado, how about busting open that entrance for us, Miss Raging Bull? Tough gal like you should be able to take it down in one hit, no? Yeah, just a sec. Blast it open and then the guards come running. What are you doing breaking into the prison? Well, this place is about as ruined as ruins get. I don't know. It looks pretty intact here. So this is where you think the royal family stashed their treasure centuries ago, huh? Considering it's still yet to be found, I'm almost inclined to believe it. Yeah, all these traps in here have to be protecting something. How do you know there are traps? You can't see them. You need to be careful what's ahead. Now I'm getting excited. As if you weren't already. But then I picked the right man for the job. I'll almost let you monstrums take the lead on this one. My money says the treasure's hidden all the way in the back. Let's get to it. It's gotta be all the way in the back. We're in a video game. It has to be in the back. Because I have to make you go through the entire dungeon to get there.
Something's there.
I see a crap load of spears going back and forth there. Like, nothing's even here to trigger it, it just does that. And this place looks similar to the other place that we've been to with Prisoner at all, which makes sense considering they're all constructed around the same time and the same location, too. They're all part of the fortress. So it'd be surprising if they didn't look the same. Go away, you.
Something's there.
Yeah. Fighting death everywhere. Where's Dracula? Oh, these are just Death's minions, right? Gotta find the real Dracula. The real Death, so you can tell us where Dracula is. I never actually looked up at the ceiling to see those enemies. Aha! Yep, there they are. Yeah, they try to look like stalagmites, or stalactites rather. Mice are the ones sticking up in the floor, right? I know, it's been so long since I needed to really even care about that kind of information. I've only been to an actual cave with those things once ever. It was, I think it was in Ohio, actually. There, my grandparents took me there when I was young, and I remember we drove by Cedar Point on the way. So it had to have been Ohio. Open, says at all.
A treasure chest.
They're putting these traps everywhere.
All yours, Addie.
Oh no, that is a place that's filling out as we go, so we haven't been there yet. I'm honestly surprised I haven't fallen down any of the holes. Considering they have been appearing beneath my feet often enough. I run on this. They appeared in the center, so I ran off. Oh, more lasers. I ran off to the side to avoid that, and then they appeared on the side too. Huh? A dead end. Looks like this room is as far as we can go. What? There's nothing in here at all. Looks like we drew the losing ticket. All that work for nothing. I would say use Doll's power, but she's not in the party right now. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Look! It's an entrance to the Grimwald! Let's jump in. Ooh, daring as always, aren't we at all? Well, Monstrum, shall we? I mean, dealing with the Grimwald is our thing, so... Honking your whistle. Yep, there's the treasure. Wow, look at all this gold and jewelry. I knew it. It's really here. The hidden treasure of the 100 Years' War. For 5 centuries, they said it was nowhere to be found. Well, eat your hearts out. Well, they'd all be dead if they eat their hearts. Ooh, jackpot! Mama hit the big one! You little lovelies are all coming home with me. Are you sure you can take it with you, though? That's a hell of a lot of gold to take. Sarati, you're kind of scaring me. Or is it going to be like the usual game stuff? You can't touch any of the giant piles of treasure that are here, or you see a giant pile of gold, you collect the gold out of it, like 5 gold received, and it's a massive pile that's taller than you. Well, she did basically fulfill her lifelong dream, more or less. Still, why is all this in the Nox to begin with? Oh, details, details. What's it matter? Is it finding ancient, unfound treasure trove enough of its own? Being a thief was really so bad, times like these wouldn't feel so good. Now, come on, we're hauling this out of here. Start filling those pockets. Huh? It's only a matter of time. Marys, I suppose we expected this. Yep. We've got another thing coming if they think they'll keep me from my prize. Everyone, out these little clay jumpers and you'll see you got a nice share of the pot. Of course, we could just, take all the gold for ourselves and leave you in here. Alright, actually... Yeah, yawning. More! How are there still so many? There's the wind to them. Well, let's keep popping up. Not so sure we have the means to handle this. Time for a tactical retreat. Wait, but the treasure! My babies! This isn't the time for that, Sarati. We're leaving. You want to stay behind and complain? Be our guest. Phew, that was too close. Looks like the entrance closed up behind us, too. What was that swarm of Lemures? Well, Lemures are born from enmity, right? Negative emotions and all that. And greed is one of them. Part of human nature, no matter how much or how little. But tons of people have been looking for that treasure, just like the good Jack here. I see. After 500 years of accumulated greed, the treasure was eventually absorbed into the Grimwald Nox. So it's almost too crazy to be true. Who gives a dang either way? Right. Listen, I know you're not happy about this. Not even we can chase off 5 whole centuries worth of Lemures, you know. I know. Dead women spend no gold, after all. It's just, I finally found that hidden treasure after all this time searching. All I have to show for it is this piddly little thing. Hey! Just when did you... Of course she grabbed something. Yeah. Can't keep your eyes off old sticky fingers here for a sec, huh? It'll be incredibly valuable being a 500-year-old royal heirloom and all. Please, a tiny little pebble like this won't make up for what I went through to get here. Yeah, that mountain of gold was my one-way ticket to the lap of leisure and luxury. How thrilling this way. Thrilling, huh? You're right. Sorority looked like she was having the time of her life. Right from the moment we started, now that I think about it. Yeah, and that was before we even knew whether the treasure existed to begin with. Yeah. The best part isn't having reached your goal. It's the process of getting there. The journey, not the destination. You would have done just about anything to find it, consequences notwithstanding. Ah, guess that makes you an Addie, all birds of a feather. What, me? Now you're just being ridiculous, lumping me of all people in with an adventurer. Alright, I'm over it. We can head back. After all, every second I wait is moping about some treasure I missed out on. Looks like it better spent chasing down the next. That's the spirit? She's persistent, if nothing else. The sorority's treasure hunting expedition came to an end. Everyone returned to the surface. Their parting ways, the monsters picked up where they left off in their activities.
That takes care of that.
Yeah, that's why it's called the Fool and Her Treasure, because they were parted. Gimme that, Nox. Okay, so, I'll go to the graveyard first. It goes over here, right? Yeah. Go see Doll and...
Addie, I am glad to see you are okay.
Did you remember something? And your eyes are open, too. They're also purple.
Yes. I had forgotten something very important to me.
Oh wait, that's from your outfit color change, isn't it?
When Aprilis was pierced by that sword. That is when I remembered. Long ago, I was once a doll that was given to a certain little girl. She belonged to a common farming family, though they lived comfortably.
Oh.
As this girl's doll, I watched as she grew into a proper young woman. Those were modest, peaceful days. I thought they would continue as they were forever. That was until the girl, Rosvita, was discovered to be a saint and sent off to war.
I'm going now, Anemona. I'll be back before you know it, so be a good girl and wait for me, okay? When the war's over, we'll have a wonderful tea party together, like we always do.
And those were the last words she ever spoke to me.
You mean Saint Rosvita?
You were Saint Rosvita's doll?
Those memories came back after seeing Aprilis' final moments. Does that mean...
I'm not entirely sure yet. But there is one other thing I remembered.
Of course, the only grave you can actually read the name of.
As time went on while she was away, I found myself spending time with another human. I called him Papa.
Happy birthday, Anemona. For today will be the first day of your life. Now open your eyes and look at me. Stretch your legs and feel the land beneath your feet.
Papa was the one who gave me a soul and a conscience.
Is that even possible? Who the hell is this guy?
Unfortunately, I haven't remembered much more than that. But something inside me tells me Papa is much closer than we realize.
He might be the one behind it all.
Perhaps more of my memories will return with time.
Anemona.
I'm alright now, everyone. But seem you all have somewhere to go. I shall accompany you. Alright then, what's next on our agenda? Colosseum and the Pendleton Company. Either one's fine with me. Let's get to it already. Right. Yeah, they were tying it together that St. Rosvita may be a Prillis herself. And that guy may be the one behind everything.
They come.
Just don't know what the hell he's planning. We're not going to go anywhere until we continue with this, so let's go to the Colosseum. It's you lot. You were at the Cultural Heritage Site. Oh, you're that government official we ran into. Something the matter? You're looking pretty tired. Tired? I suppose I might be. I've ended up wanted by the Hieroglyph Knights somehow or another. The Knights are after you. I'm here by Imperial decree. This manhunt is nothing short of high treason. Dang that Channelard. He deceived us. Seizing the government general must be some sort of revenge to them. Nevertheless, I have a plan to... I'll say, those knights are back there. This is the... Well, this is the normal cutscene, so you wouldn't see characters running around unless they were part of the cutscene. Those accursed knights. So excuse me. Yeah. And the knights are suddenly gone, too. They just vanished.
How could the Hieroglyph Knights do such a thing?
Colosseum seems emptier than usual. Guess he really did put all their showing on hold after all. We need to find out why Felix was taken away by the knights. Talking to his co-workers is probably the fastest way to do just that. Alright, let's go.
What are the Hieroglyph Knights up to?
Right, let's fight this.
They come.
150 Nox! Excuse me. Oh, you're Felix's friends, right? We are. We heard he never made it home last night. That would be because he was taken to the prison. Oh. I'm sorry. I objected to what the knights were doing. Really, I did. Rumors are true, then. But they can't be. Why Felix, of all people? Remember that bull that went on a rampage during the show? He was taken in on a suspicion of endangering spectators with his reckless bull handling. You're joking! Wish I was. Anyone who was there knows it wasn't his fault. It's gotta be some mistake or something. The knights are the ones to blame for that in the first place! Yeah, those guys will make up any random offense that saw someone in the clink. Those dirtbags. I'm just framing him at this point. I was thinking just the same. Nothing good can come from this. This just means the knights have some business with your boy toy. Some kind of common link with your sister getting hauled in, pussycat? You mean between Carla and Felix? Not exactly comparable. I mean, he is compassionate, I guess, and surprisingly kind and smart and... Wait, yeah. So what are you trying to make me say here? Yeah, it's okay, Yuva. Calm down. Drop dead. When exactly was Felix taken away yesterday? In the evening, right after our night show got cancelled out of nowhere. The knights called out and stopped Felix on our way home from the Colosseum. This is knights. Some Roman soldiers were there too. Roman soldiers? They were in on it too? Actually, they were trying to bail him out. Apparently, they were there during that show and the bull got out of control. The Romans were helping him? Felix ended up taken away by force either way. The Roman soldiers said they couldn't do anything about it without a warrant. So what is up with all this? Felix. The only one who's got taken away. The whole city's been on edge. Here, everybody thought the knights were the good guys. Anyway, here's hoping Felix comes back to us soon. Yeah, Felix really was taken away by the knights. Making up any excuse in order to, try to seize power by any means necessary, making up any excuse to arrest anyone they can. Well, that's not necessarily trying to arrest anyone who dares to disagree with them in this case. It's just, we really don't know why they're doing it. They've just been doing it for a while. But it's sounding suspiciously like reality in some places. So, although in that case, it would be arresting people who just because they disagree with you. In reality. I'll be okay. Can't just stick around here. Let's keep moving, Adol. Where shall we head next? Pendleton Company, right? This will be our last stop. Straight up, then. Yeah. Probably gonna trigger a cutscene immediately. Yep. We received a message from the prison mines foreman requesting your mediation. They wish to consult you immediately about the miners' compensation. At a time like this, I'll head over now, so keep them busy until I get there. Yes, sir. There's something you might want to know about the gold procurement from However that was pronounced. It was a logistical error, so the deal has been suspended. During that period, the market has shifted quite a bit. And what have you done about it? What are you a supervisor for? I'm not here to solve every trivial matter. My apologies, sir. Mr. Pendleton, how would you like to reply to the Altago branch? The current sovereign requests your presence at the royal banquet. Altago? That's too far. I can't leave the company for that long without Carla here. Tell the branch manager to attend the banquet in my place. Well, he certainly looks busy. Yeah, probably because Carla's not here. Miss Krysha! Oh, it really is Miss Krysha. What? Mr. Rich! If Miss Krysha were to return, it would solve a great many of our predicaments. Why have you come back? I heard Carla was detained, so I... Leave. Huh? Krysha, the affairs of this company no longer concern you. Pendleton is no place for the likes of a dingy florist such as yourself. You aren't greedy enough. Oh, Krysha... Wait, this is her battle to fight. What? You can't mean it, Mr. Rich. Yeah, Miss Krysha's here to offer her... You two, stay out of this.
Father, you're right. I did leave Pendleton, but I'm still a part of this family. I'll never forget everything that you and Carla have done for me. So please...
The time for remission has long passed. It was your decision to leave.
Yes, it was.
Once you've made a decision, you must commit to it and accept its consequences.
I understand. Then I have a proposal. As the owner of Le Petit Fleuriste, I propose a business arrangement.
What did you say?
We at Le Petit Fleuriste offer to provide investigative services to Pendleton. We will confirm the safety and whereabouts of Carla Pendleton, your chief of sales. As compensation, We seek the white sarin flowers that bloom across Altago. We understand you have these seeds in stock, and ask that you give us a courtesy discount. We will also require you to provide any and all information relevant to the investigation.
Do you have any idea what you're suggesting? How can I partner with a flower shop from the slums with no reputable achievements?
A man with your merit and experience should be able to tell if we are trustworthy.
What?
Under the conditions I propose, Pendleton would incur no liabilities. Like you said, our shop is still small. That is why we offer to shoulder the risk. As someone once told me, gains are made by taking losses.
You'll be up against the Hieroglyph Knights, who are on the brink of war against the Empire. What can a lone flower shop do?
We won't saddle you with the details. I know Pendleton is busy enough as it is. But I can guarantee that the results will be satisfactory.
Miss Krysha. Impressive.
Yeah. You can't come back and help us out that way, alright? Let's make a business arrangement then. You'll understand that.
Krysha, why is it only now that you're able to do this?
Turns out, I had a lot to learn from opening a shop of my own. At first, I was afraid to even decide on order quantities without you and Carla. But if I wanted to keep my shop open, I knew I had to make decisions on my own.
Yeah.
I couldn't run away like I used to, even from things I wasn't good at.
I didn't know how to do it, so I forced myself to learn because there was no other way.
It was just common sense thinking back. I'm embarrassed it took me so long to learn.
So it was I who stifled your growth.
That's not true at all. Without you and Carla, I would have never learned the things I needed to get to this point. I could have never done this on my own. That's why I have to save Carla.
I filed a complaint with the Roman garrison for what happened to Carla. But Warden Belger wasn't there, so it was a fruitless endeavor.
Huh?
Was any and all information relevant to the investigation not one of your conditions?
Father!
Alas, the garrison didn't have any information, but for whatever reason, the Knights did. According to them, Carla was detained on suspicion of colluding with the Monstrums.
Well, they're not wrong.
Really?
Does that mean...
The charges alone aren't enough to incite suspicion. For all we know, they could be true.
They are.
I'm sure Carla's reasons would have been justified.
They are.
It was the fact that they had the gall to arrest someone from Pendleton without consulting me. Considering my relationship with them, it is a most unwarranted and concerning act.
I'm rich. Just listen to whatever I say. That way I can bribe them.
They're not even bothering with keeping up appearances anymore.
Or maybe they don't need to.
I can't believe it.
My personnel in the mines report that the Knights often meet in the prison's restricted sector. Rumors are circulating that the Knights are holding their newly captured prisoners there.
The restricted sector. Maybe Carla's there too.
It is a possibility. That's all the information I have about Carla at the moment.
Thank you, Father.
I can't believe they intend to rebel against the Empire by usurping the Governor General. While it's true the Empire did invade Glia, it's better governed under them than the royal family. I think the current events are a necessary step in history, but a rough one nonetheless.
Mr. Pendleton.
I'll send word if I get any more information.
Yeah, that's another possibility that could happen. Yeah, your nation got invaded and overthrown and is now occupied. But it's legitimately much better run and much better for everybody because the people who ran the place initially before they got overthrown weren't nearly as good. That is a possibility, yeah.
Be careful.
I will.
One last thing about your shop. Its location lacks visibility and is disadvantageous to your exposure. Even small changes can bring about vast improvements to your business's image. Remember what I've taught you.
Okay. Thank you, Father.
Wow, you rocked that, Krysha. Yeah. Huh? Rocked what? Standing up to your dad. What else? You really surprised me there. Yeah, I surprised myself, if anything. Glad I was able to tell him how I felt, though. We were able to acquire some useful information besides. Well, that should just about do it for our rounds, yeah? Yep, our objectives are complete. Maybe we should head back to the Dandelion for now. Let's go, Addie! Journal entry updated, Krysha. Still can't leave yet. Darn it. So the knights really were snatching people up off the streets. Master and Commander Chedalard, what exactly does he intend to do with them? Well, the knights haven't done anything drastic since they captured the Governor General's office. That's what I don't like. It's a calm before the storm. Perhaps it has something to do with the recent arrests. I find it difficult to believe they come this far just to hang up their hats now. Maybe they're waiting for something. What? Don't look at me. I haven't shown up to work in a while. Someone as out of the loop as you are. Master Chedalard. As you're all aware, he is a venerable and deeply trusted ambassador between Glia and Rome. Despite that, it wouldn't be unexpected in the least if he fostered a deep hatred for Romans. Really? How can you tell? Master Chedalard always seemed like a guy with a proclivity for the moderate. When Glia was invaded by the Empire, he was on the front lines defending Balduc. A massive battle erupted on the outskirts of Balduc. The 4th Battalion, commanded by General Borden and the royal family, suffered defeat. The general retreated from the battlefield into the safety of Balduc's walls. The Roman army, with a victory in sight, pursued him without mercy. I believe this was the battle which resulted in your parents' passing, Euphra. In mere moments, Balduc was besieged by a Roman general known as Roaring Leo, until Kefka killed him. The battle soon became a siege war. Yeah, tell us something we don't know. Yeah, I remember the city being in chaos while I was growing up. You see, it was that moment that ignited the chain of events leading to our crisis today. The 4th Battalion was outmatched and desperate, for its provisions were depleted. At the same time, the city was being overrun by riots and pillaging from within. Chedalard was stationed with a company that chose to obey orders and stand their ground. Knowing they wouldn't last, Chedalard executed a plan that would turn the tide of battle. He took a small number of troops and stuck past the siege in the cover of night. Under the guise of reinforcements using the flambeaux, they ambushed the Roman army. In response, the 4th Battalion agreed to advance and launch a pincer movement. That's not a bad strategy. Indeed, they even managed to obtain approval from the stubborn General Borden. The maneuver was set into motion, and the stationary troops engaged their rear guard. The disarrayed Romans struggled to respond. Then they waited for the 4th Battalion. The Balducis never opened, and the 4th Battalion never emerged. They just left them to die? Wrong voice. Correct. Supposedly, the general changed his mind before the maneuver was to begin. Needless to say, the Romans regained their composure and retaliated. They made quick work of Chedalard and his company. That's terrible. The stationary troops were comprised of young, talented men. In all but an instant, all of Chedalard's trusted comrades were annihilated. All that happened right outside the city walls? Kind of a good reason to hate him at this point, huh? It is the truth that Glee and royal family kept from the outside world to this day. They announced their unconditional surrender right after that, didn't they? That's right. That wasn't the end of Chatelard's efforts. After the surrender, Chatelard proposed that the families of his fallen comrades be indemnified. The royal family promptly refused. Shortly after, Chatelard was baptized and founded the Hieroglyph Knights in Glia. That explains his Glia complex. I feel terrible for him. It's not enough reason to roll over and just let him get his revenge. They certainly got the motive, though. I agree. Nothing good could come out of this. I hear you. So what's it going to be, Addie? I think nothing's truth behind this prison. I'm probably not the only one who thinks there's something fishy about that place. I'm curious to know what Dad's up to. But it's clear that Chatelard has something to do with what's going on inside the prison. Yes, it is. I just know that Carla and Felix are being held in a restricted sector. Just you wait, but I have his head on a platter. And it's settled. Great that you're all pumped up and all. The restricted sector's on high alert now. Your gifts might not be all it takes to get through unscathed. It's only a matter of time before something was done about all those break-ins. If only there was a way to get inside without being noticed at all, almost like since you already gained it off Nox, you already know what that path is. It's on the map labeled right now. Restricted sector. Wasn't there an old aqueduct there? Was there? Yeah. Shot the big brain on the kid. I think I remember it too. Judging by the direction, it's probably drawing water from Seal Canyon. Seal Canyon. Just northeast of the city, right about here. And that's our new front door. There's a barrier blocking this passage. How convenient. We have to dispel the barrier before we can go in. Already set to go. Ready to go whenever you are, Addie. Be careful out there. There's Hieroglyph Knights in every corner of the city. More new quests! Really? Okay, what's this, Heart? Come on to spare at all? I was on my way to check up on our inventory. I could use a hand. I didn't expect cutscenes!
That should do it. Thanks a bunch, Addie. Just look at it. The Dandelion's really come a long way. It wasn't long ago when it was just an empty building. Then we made a few friends.
Yeah.
And now, it's one of the local favorites.
Thanks to you, Dogi.
Don't thank me. Everyone did their fair share. It's not often we get to stay put in one city for this long. The Monstrums, the prisoners, the townspeople, a whole lot of fine folk here. I'll admit, I appreciate the occasional change of scenery from the usual oceans and mountains.
Yeah.
You of all people would understand that the most, huh? It's a great city, but it's got its share of problems, like the Grimwald Nox and the Monstrum Curse. But we're all in this together. Not just you and me, but all our pals at the Dandelion. One thing at a time. Right?
Yep. It's the same pain pulsing through you as when you fainted.
Hey, Addie, you okay?
Alright.
No.
I'm fine.
Okay, but take it easy, yeah?
Now, what is this?
Probably haven't fully recovered yet. You should get some rest.
Maybe it's because he's split in half.
I'm not sure how our adventure is gonna pan out this time.
Don't know. Still don't know why there's two adults right now.
But no matter what comes at us, we'll beat it somehow. Like we always do. There's still so much to see out there. So many adventures awaiting.
They still gotta make a lot of games about it, so this is the most recent one in the timeline right now. Always comes on you, partner.
Right back at you. Let's get through this in one piece, Addie.
Affinity with Dogi is now at max. Nice. Kind of figured it might have been that, but I wasn't expecting cutscenes. Well, now we can go, and our destination is, well, right there, but we've already opened the place, so we're good on that. Yeah, there's a side quest over there. There's more stuff here. Prison infiltration. Yeah, of course. Fight stuff, but Aprilis is dead, so we get the quest from Dogi instead. That's fine. But obviously, we've got to stop right here at this moment. Going to, well, first we're going to continue with the main story, get that Grumbled Nox out of the way. Don't overcap on Nox. For now, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time!